The history of Russia stretches back thousands of years, with the earliest human settlements dating back to the Paleolithic era. The country has a rich and varied history, with influences from Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. The first recorded state in Russia was the East Slavic state of Kievan Rus, which emerged in the 9th century. The state was named after the city of Kiev, now Kiev, which was its capital. Kievan Rus was a powerful state, and its rulers promoted the development of trade, culture, and education. In the 13th century, Kievan Rus was weakened by internal strife and invasions from the Mongols. The Mongols, led by Genghis Khan, conquered much of Russia and established the Golden Horde, a vast empire that stretched from China to Europe. Over the next few centuries, Russia was ruled by the Mongols, and the country experienced a period of economic and cultural decline. However, the Mongols also introduced a number of new ideas and technologies to Russia, including papermaking, printing, and the use of gunpowder. In the late 14th century, Moscow emerged as a major power in Russia, and the city became the center of the Russian Orthodox Church. In the 15th century, Ivan III, the Grand Prince of Moscow, declared Russia's independence from the Mongols, and the country began to rebuild itself. In the 16th and 17th centuries, Russia underwent a period of expansion, with the conquest of new territories and the establishment of new settlements. The country also began to develop its own distinctive culture and identity, with the rise of Russian literature, music, and art. In the 18th century, Russia emerged as a major European power, with the expansion of its territory and the development of its military and economic strength. However, the country also faced a number of challenges, including political instability, economic inequality, and social unrest. In the 19th century, Russia underwent a number of significant changes, including the abolition of serfdom and the establishment of a constitutional monarchy. The country also experienced rapid industrialization, with the development of factories, railways, and other infrastructure. In the early 20th century, Russia was ruled by the Romanov dynasty, with Nicholas II as the last Tsar. However, the country was rocked by revolution in 1917, with the overthrow of the Tsar and the establishment of a communist government under the leadership of Vladimir Lenin. Under Lenin and his successor, Joseph Stalin, Russia underwent a series of sweeping changes, including the collectivization of agriculture, the industrialization of the economy, and the suppression of opposition. These policies had a profound impact on the country, and Russia emerged as a major world power after the victory of the Soviet Union in World War II. In the decades following World War II, Russia experienced a period of relative stability and prosperity, with the expansion of its economy and the development of its social welfare system. However, the country also faced a number of challenges, including the Cold War, the arms race, and the Soviet-Afghan War. In the late 1980s, Russia underwent a period of political and economic reform, with the election of Mikhail Gorbachev as Soviet leader. Gorbachev implemented a number of reforms, including glasnost, openness, and perestroika, restructuring, which aimed to liberalize the Soviet economy and improve relations with the West. In 1991, the Soviet Union collapsed, and Russia became an independent country. In the decades since, Russia has undergone a number of significant changes, including the transition to a market economy, the development of democratic institutions, and the integration into the global economy. In the 21st century, Russia has faced a number of challenges, including economic instability, political corruption, and conflict in regions such as Ukraine and Syria. The country has also faced criticism from the international community over its domestic and foreign policy, including its treatment of opposition figures and its involvement in cyber espionage. Despite these challenges, Russia remains a major world power, with a diverse and dynamic economy and a rich cultural heritage. The country is home to a range of industries, including energy, manufacturing, and technology, and it has a highly skilled and educated workforce. Russia is also home to a number of world-class universities and research institutions, which have played a key role in the country's scientific and technological development. As Russia looks to the future, it is likely that the country will continue to be shaped by its unique history and the influences of its diverse culture and geography. With the right policies and investments, Russia has the potential to overcome its current challenges and become a leader in the 21st century. Russia is a country with a rich and diverse history, and its culture and society have been shaped by a range of influences, including European, Asian, and Middle Eastern. These influences can be seen in the country's art, music, literature, and cuisine, which blend elements from different cultures. Russia is home to a number of world-famous cultural institutions, including the Bolshoi Theater in Moscow and the Hermitage Museum in St. Petersburg. These institutions showcase the country's rich artistic and cultural heritage, and attract visitors from around the world. Russia is also home to a number of world-renowned cultural figures, including writers such as Tolstoy and Dostoevsky, composers such as Tchaikovsky and Rachmaninoff, and artists such as Kandinsky and Chagall. These figures have made significant contributions to the country's cultural legacy, and their works continue to be celebrated and studied around the world. In addition to its cultural institutions and figures, Russia is also home to a number of festivals and events that celebrate the country's rich cultural heritage. These include the Moscow International Film Festival, the Golden Mask Theater Festival, and the Moscow Music Peace Festival, which attracts musicians from around the world. Despite the challenges it has faced in recent years, Russia remains a vibrant and dynamic country with a rich cultural heritage. As it looks to the future, Russia will continue to be shaped by its unique history and the influences of its diverse culture and geography. In addition to its cultural institutions and events, Russia is also home to a number of natural wonders and landscapes that attract visitors from around the world. These include the Ural Mountains, the Volga River, and the Black Sea coast, which are home to a range of plant and animal species. Russia is also home to a number of protected areas, including national parks and wildlife reserves, which are home to a wide range of plant and animal species. These areas are important for the conservation of biodiversity, and they provide opportunities for recreational activities such as hiking, camping, and birdwatching. Russia is a country with a long and varied history, and it has a rich cultural heritage that reflects its diverse culture and geography. The country has a number of world-famous cultural institutions, figures, and events, and it is home to a range of natural wonders and landscapes. As Russia looks to the future, it is likely that the country will continue to be shaped by its unique history and the influences of its diverse culture and geography.